After tuning two-stroke dirt bikes for over 10 years, there's one adjustment I make before I even think about replacing a jet. Why? Well, because it only takes about 30 seconds, it costs nothing, and it sometimes completely fixes the problem. Most riders just assume they need new jets when their two-stroke isn't running right. They often say, oh, I'll just order a richer pilot jet, or I'll get a jet kit. Those are all things that can affect the jetting, but if you haven't adjusted your air screw, then you don't know if your pilot jet is too big, too small, or just right. If your air screw isn't adjusted properly, you could have symptoms like hard starting, bogging when you try whacking the throttle open, sputtering when you're trying to accelerate, an inconsistent or hanging idle. So how do you adjust the air screw? Step 1, start and warm up the bike. If it's not fully warmed up, you're not going to get an accurate reading because the air-fuel mixture changes as the engine warms up. Step 2, go for a quick test ride. I like to ride second, third, fourth gear, low RPM right off idle, and just quickly blip the throttle and pay attention to how it sounds. If it's sputtering, and then it clears out, it's running too rich and you need to lean out the air screw. So open it up counterclockwise. You can go half a turn at a time, but if that's not enough, you may need to do a bigger adjustment. On the flip side, if it's bogging when you're trying to accelerate, so it sounds like the engine's dying, then it's likely to lean and you need to richen the air mixture screw. So turn it in clockwise. Pay attention to how it starts, how it idles, and to the throttle response. If it's too lean, it'll tend to have a hanging idle where you rev it up and it's slow to settle down. Whereas if it's too rich, you rev it up. It goes down to a lower idle and sometimes stalls and you have to rev it up. But how do you tell if you have the right size pilot jet? Well, if it starts and runs best with the air screw set at less than 1 turn out, it wants a bigger pilot jet because it wants more fuel. If it's more than 2 turns out, then it wants more air and you need a smaller pilot jet, something leaner. Notice that I still haven't changed a pilot jet. We're diagnosing what you need to do before you make any jetting changes. If you like this step-by-step process written out so that you can follow it in your garage or out on the trail, I got a free guide. You can grab that in the description below. But if you have made an air screw change and possibly even a pilot jet change, but it hasn't fixed the problem, well, you're gonna need to look elsewhere in the carb. And if that's the case, you should check out this video here on what to do when jetting changes doesn't fix the problem. I want you to stop guessing and start diagnosing so that you don't waste time and you can have more fun riding instead of wrenching on your bike. I'm Kelly Figge from MX Hideout.